Hey everybody, it's me Stacy here at Scrapbooking Made Simple, scrapbookingmadesimple.com, and this is our next Saturday with Stacy YouTube class number 442. I'm so excited to do this class. It is a technique-based, commercial-free YouTube class on crafting, and this class is made for everybody, from the beginner all the way to the most advanced. And the products that I have, some of them I bought completely sight unseen, had no idea of what I was going to get. I saw pictures. I said, do I risk it? They were coming international, so there's no returning. If I don't like them, it's just too bad, so sad. But they got here and I loved them. Then we had product from Stampendous, which were designed exclusively for us, so we get them first. But Fran did an outstanding job, as always, in putting product together. Then I had a crazy idea that I called Ozzy Andrew from Couture Creations about, and I said, I think I want these. And he's like, why? And I'm like, I'll tell you later, but I think I want these. Can you get them for me? And he did. So this technique-based class is, well, it's going to start out so simple. Oh, and not to mention, I have a launch from Sizzix that is earlier than everybody else. Wahoo! We have the spectacular Sizzix savings event going on right now, which again, I'm launching product for chapter 2 for Sizzix, and it's before anybody else. And these arrived just in time for this YouTube, so I get to launch these as well. Happy day for me. So I've got winter to talk about, and I went with my gut, and I hope you like what I brought in for you. It was a Hail Mary pass that it's hanging in the air and you just don't know if they're going to catch it into the end zone until they catch it. And that's kind of how this product was. I didn't know from any of the manufacturers how fabulous it was going to be until it got here. I just knew that if it was good, it was going to be great. So welcome to Scrapbooking Made Simple and our Saturday with Stacy YouTube classes. If you are watching us during the premiere of the class, we are live chatting over here. Please feel free to say hello. Just pop in and say, hi, I'm Mary from Contrary. And we'll say hello back to you. We are a great group of crafters. We've become very close over the years, and there's always room for one more, and we would love to have you. I've got, like I said, winter chicken dinner to talk about. I do want to give you an update on the switch machines. We have currently shipped about 200 machines is where we're at, 200 machines in. There is still a stack this big. I am able to send them 20 machines a day, and then I wait for them to send back the tracking numbers, and then I send them the next 20. So they try to get me tracking numbers within a day or two, no more than 3 days, and then I send them my next set of numbers. So we're going to continue to work on that, but I will let you know I am leaving for Florida for a few days. I'll be gone. I can't even remember how many days I'm out. But while that happens, we won't be able to ship any machines at all, because I'm the one who there has to be an actual physical PO generated for every single order. So I haven't written up POs. So far I've done 200 individual POs and then a master PO, and then we send it to them. I update your account so you'll know your machine has gone to Sizzix for fulfillment when your order changes from payment received to awaiting fulfillment. Then you know I shipped the PO over to them, and within a few days you'll get back a tracking number. We'll post a tracking number in your online account, but I have to change I manually change your order from awaiting or payment received to awaiting fulfillment, and then we manually change it over to shipped once we get it's a lot, but it was a wonderful value that we were able to offer all of you, and we're just going to need you to be patient. There's no machines anywhere. They're just sold out, and we can only ask so much of Sizzix. I mean, we're by no means anywhere near their biggest customer. We're not even in the top 10 or 20 or 30 biggest customers. So we were thankful that they got us the machines, that we were thankful I was able to do them at the price I was. And now we just need to be patient. And those of you who are getting your machines, woohoo, enjoy. And those of you who are having to wait. And remember, if your order says reserve, those aren't due until late April, early May. So those won't be out till mid-May at the earliest. If yours says reserved, we're just going to keep pushing up and keep going as far as we can until they say, wait. The rest of them have to be on reserve. So that's your update on the Switch. I also want to tell you that a warehouse sale is planned for April. We will be doing 2 warehouse sales this year, and we're going to do 2 of them to split it up so it's not so big. We're half the staff we used to be, so we need to plan a little bit better. So we're going to do 2 warehouse sales this year. One in April and one in probably October. And by the time we do October's warehouse sale, all of the sales from April will have shipped out to you. And the manufacturers we're looking at to do for the April sale: Couture Creations, Hero Arts, Memory Box, Kaiser Craft, Do Crafts, gosh, who else is in there? It's a whole list of people that Spellbinders, I think that will make your heart happy. And then the second warehouse sale will be looking at people like Ultimate Crafts and Sizzix, and I have no idea who else. But we're going to split it up to make it more manageable. And so keep your eye out for the date, but it will be April. And I obviously have to be back from Florida by the time we do this. So I'm in Florida. I come back from Florida on the 12th of April. So it's going to be after the 12th of April, just saying. So I hope that makes your heart happy, because where else can you get a $20 die for $1.99? Really? A $30 die for $1.99, $2.99, $3.99. I mean, the prices are amazing. But you have to be patient. All right, so I'm gonna do winner chicken dinner right now for you. Let's get started. I've got 2 winners, and they posted comments on last week's YouTube, and they posted something that was nice and pleasant and polite. And I will tell you, I have delegated the comments to my son James. Is now the one who is responsible for approving all of your comments, and he's having a great time doing it. He's like, Mom, do you read these? It's like, yeah, I actually do. Now you get to read them too. And so so James is now the one taking care of that. And we have 2 winner chicken dinners this week. Our first one is, and I know this person, he's been with us for like forever. Hello. First name is John. John Mullins. Hello, John. How are you doing? Congratulations. Gosh, I feel like we're friends. We've never met, but I feel like I know you. So, John, congratulations. I am so excited for you. There's $25 already in your online account. Wahoo, ka-choo for you. But you're not alone. Our second winner, oh my gosh. Our second winner is probably on live chat right now. Good possibility. Pretty strong possibility she's on live chat right now. And if she is, we're all going to be like, yay! Laura Bueller. Hello. Hi, Laura. Well done, you. It is your turn to be a winner chicken dinner. I'm so happy for both you and John, because I do feel like I know you. So you're always excited when somebody you know wins something, even if it's from you. So let's do the winner chicken dinner dance, right? Okay. You're a winner, chicken dinner. You're a winner, chicken dinner. Wahoo, ka-choo for you. Congratulations to both of you. You don't have to do anything to claim your prize. $25 is already in your online account, and just enjoy it. Today there is budget-friendly product that is so easy to use. We are going to start out super simple. And when I say super simple, I mean like taking it way back to super simple. And then we're just going to get progressively a little bit more technique-y and a little more and a little more sound effects required. So I am going to tilt down. I'm going to get started for today. We've got specials for you and exclusives for you and just pretty things that are affordable and easy. All right, down we go. Are you ready? It's good to see everybody. Down I go. And zoom on in a little bit. Look, doesn't that look so nice? It doesn't look like this when I'm all done. Now, we don't have overhead cameras or dubbing or editing. So those of you who are new, you just kind of have to deal with me doing all the camera work. All right, so let's show you some samples of super easy. Now, I didn't even get a chance to put a sentiment on this or a ribbon or anything. I just did this like 1, 2, 3, ABC 2 minutes ago, but I love it. And then look at this. This one obviously got done with a ribbon and a sentiment at the bottom. Look at how cute is he, right? Just darling. And the card bases, hello, Sizzix, how are you doing with your new card bases and envelopes that you can only get right now at Scrapbooking Made Simple? Just saying. But then look at here. Look at the envelope. Is that darling? I asked Fran from Stampendous, could you please design me some envelope stamps? I'd like to have like 5 sets. And she said, of course I can. And then when I saw them, I said, oh, I think we want some for Christmas too. So she said, of course I can. How cute is that? And then we have another decoupage from Hardy Crafts. Pretty, right? I mean, that's just absolutely gorgeous and easy to do. And then an envelope to go with. See, look at it, all coordinates. From Stampendous. Wait till you see the back side. Oh, isn't that sweet? But what if you wanted to use the mailboxes as a card? Look at how cute is this. Really, Fran just knocked it out of the park. So I have got product from Couture Creations. Hello. And I listened to all of you. I got little rubber bands in the colors of my blending brushes and put them on there. But why do I have colors on my what looks like alcohol ink markers? Just you wait. But I did get them for my pins because I like my little hats. I know lots of you have your brushes in there, in the plastic is the color of the you would put on here. So if you have a green blending brush, it's actually green, but I like the little hats for mine. So I listened to you guys and I went and got little hair rubber bands and put them on all of my blending brushes. So that was exciting for me. That was a whole moment for me. I know. So I think I'm going to start talking about some product first, and then we're going to move into the class. So first thing I want to tell you about is the Sizzix Chapter 2 product. So this is brand spanking new, and I do mean brand spanking new. In fact, I think the only place you can probably get it right now is at Scrapbooking Made Simple. These are their cards and envelopes. They are an A6, which means that they work so beautifully with all of their embossing folders and such. So an A6 is a 4 1/8 by 5 7/8. It's almost an A2. Really, they're very, very close. Now these retail for, you get 10 cards, 10 envelopes. The weight is beautiful. They don't crack. I mean, really. And they've got these 5 colors. Now, I don't know why they called these muted colors. That's the collection, the muted collection. I don't see it. I don't get it. But that's what they're calling it. And so to me, I don't know, that's a pretty happy green. And that's a pretty happy orange. I don't think it's muted at all, but that's what they're calling it. And of course we'll have these on sale, and I Want It All bundle and open stock, and I'm going to be using them today, but I wanted you to see those first. I mean, the colors are absolutely beautiful, but muted? I'm not so sure about that. So, I mean, look at this green. I guess that I don't see that as being muted, but okay, but look at how cute. Right? Hello. You had mail. Right? So cute. Okay, the next thing I want to show you real quick will be the Stampendous stamps, because these are exclusive to Scrapbooking Made Simple. I asked Fran to design these, and then so we have them first, and she asked if they could go ahead and sell them to the rest of their retailers, and I said absolutely. They're wonderful. You should sell them to your other retailers. So eventually you might find these also at your local independent retail store, which would be amazing. I've got 5 different sets for you, just so you know. And right now, the only place you're going to find them is Scrapbooking Made Simple. I also have easy toppers. Now, I bought these sight unseen, had no idea what they were. All I saw was a picture of this. And honestly, on the computer, I thought that it was an A4 size. I thought it was an A4 sheet of paper, but it says that you get 10 designs and that there's 3 layers to each design because they decoupage. And decoupage, we're talking about European decoupage, not US decoupage. We're not grabbing, Mod Podge and layering it onto something and then putting rice paper or tissue paper down. No, this is more of a European decoupage, which is paper layering, and that's what we're going to be doing. But when I bought these, on my computer, they looked huge. And since it said that it takes 3 pieces to make each one, I thought you got 3 A4 sheets of paper. And the first one would have the whole design, and then the second sheet of paper would have a little bit less, and then the third sheet of paper gave you your top. And I'm like, well, how big can these be if on an A4 you're getting 10 designs? I mean, if you remember, we do Find It Trading, and their decoupage sheets, it's 3 designs on each. And I'm like, how big can they be? Well, they got here, and obviously it's not an A4. We brought in, I went hog wild crazy. I just had this feeling that they would be amazing when they got here. So I bought in a lot. I mean, I was like, no guts, no glory, Go with the gut, trust your gut, and just do it, because these are international. So to ship them over, it costs almost as much to ship over 200 as it does to ship 20. So we just went and did it. What's inside? First off, I love how they come packaged. There are 10 designs in here. They come individually packaged. Oh my gosh, all individually done. Is that wonderful? I love that. That means if you're doing a class, or you're at Crafty at a crop, or you're at church, or you're working with the Girl Scout troops, you're able to hand one out to every single person, and everything they need is in here. These are the teacups. Oh, they're just darling. But I couldn't help myself. I brought in the floral hot air balloons. I brought in butterflies. And I know they look small there. But then let's see, so the butterfly that's in here, butterfly here, this whole piece is in here, right? Amazing. I brought in birdies, and I brought in the crosses, because these are condolence crosses, and it's so hard to find with sympathy, and these are so well done and so easy to use that we just had to have them. I brought in the gnomes, so I want to say at least 25 different styles I brought in, and this is where we're going to start today. I think that's where we're going to start. Now, eventually, we're going to talk about these. These are a little bit of happiness. And you just you wait. But I think we're going to start I think we're gonna start here because this is the easiest thing to do. Maybe I'll take a teacup out. Ooh, that one's very pretty. Ooh, they're all very pretty. Maybe I'll do this one. That one looks good. Well, they all look good. Okay, so a teacup, and then maybe I'll take a birdie out. Let's just grab a bird. Ooh. Maybe I'll do that one right there. And, oh, I don't know, for fun's sake, I guess I can do a gnome, or I'll do one of the crosses too. So let me grab a cross. And these are meant for those of you who may be, those of you who are expert crafters, you can absolutely use these. But these are also just beautiful for people who are just starting. I think I like that one a lot. And a gnome. So there, I pulled 4 out. And we'll see how I do. Okay, so I've got 4 different styles here, and how to put them together is super easy. Inside each one is 3 individual pieces. They are pre-die cut out, so you don't have to die cut anything. Now, I thought that I might be able to show you a way to embellish them, or wow, I can't, or how about there we go. Embellish them or make them better, but honestly, I'm gonna be truthful. They're already great. Some of them have glitter accents on them or foil accents on them. So you've got 1 piece, 2 piece, 3 pieces. And the way European decoupage works is you start with your base, your 1, and then you're gonna layer 2 over the top, and you're gonna pop it a little bit. You're gonna put some pop dots down there to make it work. And then you're gonna take that last piece and you're gonna line that up and you're gonna pop that. So you're in essence making a 3D embellishment. So when I started with these, I thought, okay, well, we'll just use our little tiny foam dots, but these are just too big. On average, they're 3 inches. So they fit on a card. Stunning, beautiful. And I thought, okay, what can I use that will work and is affordable? Well, I called Sizzix. Like literally, I called Sizzix 20 minutes ago and said, hey, what can we do about your foam tape? I need it. So, literally on my phone, I texted them and said, hey, what about that foam tape? How do I get it? And she said, yeah, we've got it. How much do you need? And I said, well, how much is it? And it went back and forth and back and forth. And finally, we had a happy dance moment when we came to an agreement. So I have got Sizzix foam tape, and it is, gosh, how long is it? Do they tell me? Do they tell me how long it is? Hello, it is a 1/2 inch by 16 feet. Okay, that's pretty good, 16 feet. Now, I didn't give them much time to think about it, which is always a benefit for me, because we are going to be able to do the foam tape. When you buy a pack of these, you're also going to get a foam tape. So these retail for $8.50, and you're like, whoa, but remember, you're getting 10. So that's 85 cents each. Then you gotta go, oh yeah. Now, normally we would put these on sale at 20% off, but I was able to get the foam tape at a price where I can do the foam tape and a package of these together for $8.50. Foam tape's $4. So now you're talking $12.50, and if you did 20% off of that, it's $9 and some odd cents. So you're still getting a much better value and you're ready to start. The minute you get these, you're gonna have the foam tape and you're gonna have the decoupage and you're gonna be ready to go. So if you buy 10 of them, you're gonna get 10 things of foam, but I've never known anybody who said, oh, I have too much foam. Foam tape. I've never heard anybody complain about having too much foam tape. Oh, I need to stop that. That little dancing girl is going. Hold on. Wait a minute. Okay, there we go. So I'm going to open up my foam tape. And I'm just going to, peels easy. You do want to cut it, absolutely. It's not something that you're going to want to tear. This is not Stacy tape. It is foam. It is tacky. It is very sticky. And I'm just going to put a piece, a little bit long. I'm going to put a piece right there. Bam, done. Another little piece right over here. Easy done, right? Easy done. Let's go down just a little bit more and a little bit in. There we go. Easy done. So now all I have to do is take off the liner, expose my sticky, zoop, and zoop, and so the whole idea is that you want to pop these up because that's what gives you the depth and dimension. And so I've got my base, which is the whole entire image. And then I just lay my second one on top. And it only has part of the image. So it doesn't have this birdie, it only has this one. And can you see that it's got the glitter accents to it? And then I take my little, oh, yep, hard to tear. I want to tear it because I think it's Stacy tape. It's not. There we go. And Claire's going to say, excuse me, but where was this when we were making samples? Yes, I hear you, Claire. SMS girl Claire and honorary SMS girl Patty, I hear you. Where was the Sizzix when the foam tape when we were making samples? So now, right now, this little flower is flush and I want it to have dimension. So I take that last piece and go right over the top. Just line it up. And bam. Now, I mean, you could, I suppose, try and zhuzh these up a little bit, but they've already got glitter on them. Some have glitter, some have foils, some are just plain. It just depends. They all run the same price, but how easy peasy was that? So let's do the next one because I need a couple of these to play with. So we're going to take out, gosh, I'm glad I'm not the one who has to poly bag all of these. Look at how cute is the teacup, right? Darling. So take the biggest piece out of the, you've got your base here, that leaves you two pieces here to play with. You'll take the biggest piece out of the two, some foam tape, and I'm good to go. Peel it off. You can see why the foam tape is going to be much better than using the little tiny pop dots. You'd have to put so many on there. It would just take a really long time to get it all done. So I'm going to line this up to the best of my abilities, sitting down. Okay, so I've got my first layer. So it's adding depth and dimension. This one is on the base layer. This one is on the second. So it's giving you that three-dimensional look. Let's put the top one on. And peel. So if you're getting the foam tape and you're getting the 3D embellishments for $8.50, you are ahead of the game. You are good to start right away. Now I've got my layers. And look at how cute. And they're not teeny tiny, and they're not thin either. They're heavy cardstock. I thought, okay, well maybe they're gonna come in really like magazine paper thin. No, they're beautiful. Let's do the gnome. And this time I'm gonna wanna pop a little bit more. So I've got my base, I've got layer number 2 and layer number 3. And this time I'm gonna wanna pop just a little bit more. There is Stacy tape right there. Okay, good to know. So let's take my foam tape and put some foam tape. I'm gonna put some foam tape right up here because I want that to have some support behind it. And I'm gonna take some foam tape so you can see, you'll go through your foam tape. Yeah, you'll have leftovers without any question after doing your 10, but you're gonna use it up pretty good. So let's pull off my line. Oh no, yeah, let's pull off my liner. And this time I want to make it higher. I want the dimension to be even higher than it is because the foam tape, does the box say how high it is? So it is a 1/2 inch wide by 16 feet, 4 7/8 inches, okay, by 5 millimeter? I don't know, 5 millimeter thick. So if I want it to pop even more, all I have to do is put another piece on top of what I've already got. And now I'm doubling the height. Do that with some little foam squares. That can be a challenge, especially if you're like me where my readers have now become my everyday glasses. They're not readers anymore. I stopped kidding myself about that a while ago. Okay, so now I have got double the amount of foam tape. Do you see how simple this is? And so now I'm really popping him. I want some real dimension there. And then I have one last little piece right there. So let's take another little piece. Zoop. Put it on. And so the reason I'm not taking another one and putting it right on top of it without exposing the sticky first is because it's not going to stick. The one thing that the foam doesn't stick to is the liner. So it will just, this piece will just pop off. I need them to stick together. And pop. Okay. And put his little nose on. And we're good. And now he's really dimensional and so cute. The last one I pulled out was the cross. So let's do the cross fast and then we're gonna move along. So if you are new to crafting, this is going to make you look like you are the best, the most talented, the most creative, that you are just gonna knock people's socks off. They're gonna think that, holy smokes, you've been doing this for years. Don't tell them any different. It's okay. I won't tell them. Go ahead and look absolutely amazing. Crafting has come so far that the tools and the technology, we used to have to hand cut these. Some people still do. They fussy cut. They buy a sheet of decoupage and they fussy cut each piece out. That's a lot of work. Now for some it's very relaxing and they really enjoy it. Bless their hearts, truly. Bless their pea-picking hearts. Me, I want to get it done. I want to make something pretty and then I want to make another something pretty. So I'm going to put some foam tape behind it. Claire likes to, or is it Honorary SMS girl Katie. She's wonderful at fussy cutting. Just wonderful. And she enjoys it. So I'm like, well, girl, you go. Fussy cut away. I'm going to layer this right on top. Should we double it? Let's just, double the size so it sticks out even further. 1, 2, 3. And let's peel the liner off of this one. So normally I would try and do something to these to make them a little more unique, a little more special, but they're so beautiful just the way they are that I would really feel badly about trying to do something to these when nothing is needed. Okay, so there we go. Line it up. I've got my first pop going, and now second one. And the scissors I'm using happen to be, they are titanium non-stick. So the sticky from my roll of foam is not sticking to my scissors. And that's really kind of nice. They do make them, these happen to be Westcott scissors. We did them on an I Want It All bundle of flash sale a couple years ago, and they really are nice scissors. I know Westcott can be found sometimes at Sam's Club or Costco, and they have a bundle of them. So you might want to check there if you're looking for scissors that are quality made and are the non-stick. Okay, so number 3. See, this one doesn't have any glitter or bling on it at all, but I think for a sympathy card, it's not Easter. You could make it Easter, but for a sympathy card, this is just, it's lovely, it's soft, it's beautiful, and all of the crosses are just lovely. So now I have 3 to play with, 4 to play with. And I'm going to do easy peasy, a super easy peasy card just for those who have never put a card together before. I'm not even going to do matting on the first one. Let's see. I'm just going to take the blue. So again, this is brand new from Sizzix. It's the Muted series. There's opulent paper that I'll be bringing you that's muted as well. We'll talk about that next week, but there are 5 different colors. The weight is yummy. Comes with the card and the envelope, 10 of each. I made shaker cards out of these before by actually sacrificing 3 cards, and I was able to cut the hole in there and put that on top of the card base and make a shaker where everything matched. And because they're $3.99 each on sale, then you don't feel so worried about sacrificing a few card bases to make some fabulous shakers. But let's just put him there. That way you can see the sizing. Now I am using Stacy tape here, and Stacy tape is a non-dimensional, so it's not a foam, it doesn't stand up, but it is a double-sided tape that will hold to just about everything. It's super strong, it's super long, and add a sentiment, add a ribbon, and you are done. It's that simple. Put a little sentiment down here. Even if you go to your computer and you put it onto copy paper, take some words, put a sentiment down there, and then take a little piece of cardstock and back it and just put a sentiment there, and you are done. It really can be that simple, that easy. And then you've got a lovely little card to give to somebody. but we want to do a little bit more. So let's see. I think I like that one with that one. Maybe I like this one with this one. And maybe I do the green. Okay, so let's see what I get. Let's see what happens. Let's put these together. What's the worst that can happen? So this is their green. Maybe it's a muted key lime. Maybe that's where they're getting the muted part from. And instead of just putting it straight on like we did before, I want to do a little something to this, but I don't want to do too much because, again, it's a with sympathy card or a condolence card. So I want to keep it lovely, but I want to keep it simple. That's where my blending comes in. So these are Ozzy Andrew Couture Creations. His name is Andrew, and he owns the company. He owns Couture Creations. And I started calling him Ozzy Andrew years ago, well, because he's from Australia. So every time I talk to him, he says, mate. Hey, mate. Hey, mate. So his nickname is Ozzy Andrew. These are his blending brushes. Blending brushes are pretty much the same no matter where you buy them. They really, really are. And a lot of companies have now they've made the handle or the whole base of it in the color that you would be blending. So this one is my green, and I used to write green up here. But then SMS peeps had an amazing idea. Just get a rubber band in the color, because what Ozzy Andrews has that others don't are the little hats that just fit right in there and just keep your blending brushes all nice. I like the little hats. I'm prepared to give up having a green blending brush telling me that it's green so I can have the little hat. And I just took, like everybody said, I just got some rubber bands and put it around and I'm good to go. So what am I going to do with this? I'm going to take my Hero Arts, and I've got my cube inks. Now the cube inks are sold individually here, and that's exclusive at Scrapbooking Made Simple. We're the only place that you can find their cube inks sold individually, and we have 28 colors now. We just released 4 new colors, and in the remaining part of 2022, we'll be releasing 12 more colors. So it's 4 colors every quarter. So we just released 4 colors, bringing our total to 28. Now I'm going to take my little blending brush and I'm going to put it into my ink, and I'm going to tap off a little bit, and I'm just going to kind of go around. Just kind of go around my card base. So I'm not opening it because I don't want to do the whole thing. I'm keeping it closed and flat, and I'm just going to add some color. And I'm doing a tone on tone. So instead of adding a purple or a pink on the green, I just want to do a tone on tone and kind of soften it up a little bit and add a little more depth perception, because anytime you add ink to something, you're adding depth perception. I'm going to leave it this color in the center, but around the edges, I'm going to go a little darker. So it forces your eye, it draws your eye into the center, and that's where we're going to put that beautiful cross. So whoever blending brushes you have, absolutely. If you don't have any, Ozzy Andrews are relatively, well, I think they're inexpensive for what they are. We sell them for $5, and then when we put them on a YouTube Yummy, they're $4, and that comes with the little hat. You have to buy your own little rubber bands. But I got mine at the dollar store. And let me tell you, I didn't get out of the dollar store for $1. I don't think I've ever gotten out of the dollar store for $1. Some of you say that about SMS. So I'm just adding some ink, and can you see how it's drawing your eye to the center. This is not difficult. This is easy. This is simple, and it's fast. And I'm just kind of making a little oval. Simple and fast, and anybody can do it and anybody can teach it. All right. I think that's pretty good, yeah? Got a little oval going on there. And then I can place that right in the middle and a little with sympathy down there. And it can be done. It doesn't have to be any more than that. It really doesn't. Let's grab some Stacy tape. All right. And there we go. And like I said, a little with sympathy or so sorry or thinking about you. You've got the coordinating envelope ready to go. And you've made a handmade card. And there's something about a handmade card that just puts a smile on people's face, even when it is as simple as this. When you make something for somebody, hello, when you make something for somebody, it's your love, it's your heart put into that, no matter how elaborate it is or how easy, simple it is. Simple can be very sophisticated. In fact, you'll look at a lot of high-end designers in their clothing or their furniture, and the lines are very simple and classic because it stays in style. So when you're putting something and making something for somebody, you're putting your heart into it, and when you give it to them, even if you see the imperfections or you think it could have been better, watch their face when you hand it to them. Watch their eyes light up when they realize you made it for them. It is a moment that is just so worth it because they appreciate, it dawns on them that you took the time and you did this for them. Then I will tell you, you are never able to buy another card again for them, because if you do not make their cards for them, they think you're mad. Hello, been there, done that. You give somebody a store-bought card after hand making them something, they're like, did I do something wrong? It's like, no, I ran out of time, I'm so sorry. But with something like this, you don't run out of time. You can do these, absolutely. And you can even do them ahead of time and have them filed away, ready to go. So when you need a card, somebody just is new at church and you want to welcome them, the new teacher at school, the new president of the PTA, whatever, you've got a little crafty arsenal to go through and grab one of these cards, finish it with whatever sentiment you need it to be, and then give it to them. And their face it's a moment you will not forget, I promise you. It is so rewarding and so fulfilling that it makes you want to do it again and again and again, which is a good thing because that keeps us in business. Okay, down I go. Yep, it's just rock star. It's so much better to give than receive. It really is. Well, unless you're giving me the lottery numbers, and then I'm going to take those willingly. All right, so then I have, let's see, I have this one. So let's open up the teacup. And I'm going to do the same. I'm going to grab my card. I'm going to grab my envelope. And I'm going to grab my orange. Hello, orange. Look at my little orange band. And I'm going to grab my orange soda, which is my Hero Cube ink. Ooh, I'm hoping that my orange soda looks like it might have. Let's grab Make sure that oh no, it's perfectly fine. I thought it just looks really dark. It's very juicy. So let's go ahead and go with my orange. I'm going to keep my card closed. So this is how I would open it facing me. Ooh, come on, stay still. And I'm just going to do a tone on tone, and I'm going to go super quick. And I'm just going to get this on here. I know some people will take and go with the sides. If you do, you just have to know that you're probably going to get the edge. Let's do it. So I'm getting the edge of that cube. It's a different look. You might like it better. Done. Might put a little bit more. In fact, now that I've done that, I could probably even go and just kind of soften around the edges. Because I'm just using tone on tone on tone. Just kind of soften around the edges a little bit. And look at how that pops. So let's put it down. You would use more tape than I am. Look at how that pops. So cute. Could you do matting? Absolutely. Without question, you can mat something. What's matting, you're saying? Because some of you are not familiar. Well, let's do the pink. So instead of doing inking, I'll mat this one. So let's grab my card and envelope. Oh, that's so perfect for that. Right? Hello. Wow, I picked good. Look at how perfect that is. And this time, instead of inking, I'm gonna mat. Anybody? Oh, there we go, my orange little hat. And let's put my orange away. And I'm gonna grab some Sizzix cardstock. So I've got their 80-pound cardstock. Let's see if I find a color that makes my heart happy. I actually think I might want maybe the light purple. Oh, he's awful cute on the light purple. Don't think I want yellow. Did you see any color that makes your heart happy? What's this one? Is that pink? Oh, he's awful cute on the pink too. I don't know. All right, we're gonna work with those two colors because they just make me happy. Maybe I do all three. Maybe I do a light purple and then a smaller matte and go into the pink. Or do I do the pink and then the purple? I don't know. He doesn't stand out as much on the purple as he does on the pink, right? Okay, so what's a matte? A matte is just that. It's just a piece of paper that you put on top of your card base. I'm freehanding. I know most of you are going to use a trimmer. So here's my card base. Here's my purple. I want a little bit of that pink still showing, that rosy, because that rosy is the same color in his little bouquet. So now I'm just going to trim this on down. And I'm going to leave, you know, a 1/4 inch, an 1/8 inch, probably a 1/4 inch. Try and get a 1/4 inch around my whole mat. Again, you guys are all really great with trimmers, and I absolutely encourage you to use one if that's the way that makes your heart happy. I tend to just freehand it. These are handmade cards, and well, you get what you get. Because it was made with love, for sure. Yeah. I'm a close enough kind of girl. Still a little bit more off the side. Oh, that's pretty good, right? We're pretty good there. Yeah, I'm pretty good. So I'm going to put that down real quick. I'm just going to use some Stacy tape super fast to get it down. You, of course, will do a much better job taping it than I am. And then once I've finished with this one, we're going to move on to the Stampendous stamps. You do a much better job taping down than I am. I'm just wanting to get it stuck. Oh, and I got some ink on it. Oh well, too bad, so sad. My table, I've got ink going on there. Okay, so one mat. Now I can do one more mat because I've got room. So let's grab that pink. And we'll cut again. I could feel that go south. And let's chop off some bottom. Oh, that's not so. I'm so close. That's yay. I am so close. Okay, let's just do a little bit more off the side. And a little bit more off the bottom. Oh, there we go. Now I have triple matted or double matted my card. My card is a color, so that's 1, 2, 3. Let's put that down super fast, and then I can add in, but what if we wanted to add a little bit of color to this one? Ooh, could we do that? Yes. Do I have a pink? No. But no guts, no glory. I'll use my red. Just a little bit, not much. Just a little bit. Okay, good. I'm done. Think long, think wrong. I'm not going to worry if it's exact or not. And now I can put him in. Oh, he's so cute. And I could even put him a little higher and then grab a piece of that purple to put a sentiment on. So this is the purple I cut off. I wonder if I'm sure I've got a little stamp somewhere in one of these sets where I can stamp something on here. Okay, let's put them down. You're now a card maker. Congratulations. Welcome. We're so glad to have you. You are now creative and crafty and are making things that are going to make people smile and warm their heart. And on a day that they're just having a boo-hoo on, you can change that for about $1. So the cards, Sizzix cards are $3.99 on sale. They're regularly $4.99. And you get 10 here, you get 10 here. This is $8.50, but you're going to get the foam to go with it. So you're at $4, $12 and some odd cents, and you're going to be able to make 10 cards right away. 10 cards right away. I mean, that's a wahoo ka-choo. You're not going to find anything anywhere at any store that's as pretty or means so much to somebody than doing it yourself. And then let's put him there. And did I lose my little guy? And there, a little sentiment. Hopefully we'll find one somewhere down the road, because I'm going to move on. Ooh, I could pop the sentiment. Does not have to be flat. How about we grab a little bit of our tape? And it's a little wider than my strip for my sentiment, so I'm just going to cut it right down the center. Zoop. I can save that half for something later on. Put this half right in there. Peel it off. And my sentiment there. So what did we use here? We used a decoupage where you get 10 of them. We used cardstock, which you can get anywhere, and it doesn't have to be expensive cardstock. We used card bases so you don't have to make your own, and the card base has a matching envelope ready to go with it. And in no time at all, we went from doing something. You watched me. We did it together. You watched me do this one, just simple as can be. Then we moved to this one, a little bit more with the chalking around the edges. Then we moved to this one where we, instead of using the brush, we just took the ink straight to it, and see how it tone on tones in there so beautifully. And then we finished here. And all we've used is paper, some adhesive, a little decoupage guy, and a card base. And you're ready to start. I could take paper and put a little, just like I did here. I could do this on all of these to put a little sentiment, just a little scrap piece of paper down here to make a little sentiment. So easy to do, but we have to move on. All right, so I've got all of these envelopes I can play with, yay. We're gonna move over to the Stampendous envelope stamps. And again, I asked Fran to design these for us. I said, this is what I want, this is what I'm looking for, and this is what she came up with. And they're beautiful. This one is spring. It's got a little spring bunny on it, but it's not Easter, it's spring. It's so cute. These little guys are meant so that you can stamp them twice if you want and put your stamp in the middle. You can do your corners. You've got your mailbox. You've got mail. Look at how darling are these. And this one's got delivered the letter, the sooner the better. It's got from on it. It's probably got a 2 on it. Look at delivered the letter, the sooner the better. Is that so? I mean, for that alone, I love this set. Just for that alone. So that one's spring. This one has got the cutest little cat. So you've got a very generic set of mailboxes going on. You've got the cat who's taking his little nap. You've got the little stamp and the little seal. This one says, cat got your mail. Right? Cute. Here we have one that is a little more floral, a little more frilly, where you've got, look at, it's perfectly, your stamp fits right there. You've got accents that you can go on the back of your envelopes. Here's your front for your envelope, and you've got mail. Just really pretty and fun and springy. Then we've got one a little bit more for the guys. So the mailbox has got some gears going on, and it's a little rustic with some wood. You've got the little doggy, and this is my favorite. You had mail, because, well, the doggy, he enjoyed your mail. Again, you've got a place. Look at they're the little screws, and that's where you put your stamp. How cute. It's the finishing touch to your cards. And then we've got one that is a celebration. It can be birthday, it can be baby shower, it can be wedding, it can be anniversary, it can be anything you want it to be. The mailbox has got the little balloons. You've got packages down below. So any time, graduation, I mean, anything you use, you give gifts and you can use balloons, well, this is going to work. It does have, you've got birthday mail and you've got extra packages. It's got, again, hooray and to and from, hooray you. It's so, or yay, it's so cute. So this is what we're gonna work with next. And I am gonna work with my stamp positioner because it's kind of important to do that. So let's take him and let's stamp our envelope. Now on this stamp positioner, this is a Vasson stamp positioner. I have first off, it's done by magnets. It's not done by hinges. So it's a magnetic top, which means it comes all the way off. The nice thing about that is that you can then use this if you want to craft right on top of this and not make a mess. Let's say you're crafting on your table and you want to just take your lid off and use this as a place to craft. Perfect, easy, done. Then you've got the top that's going to line up and it's held in by magnets. What's a stamp positioner great for? It's great for when you need to re-stamp over something. So when you've stamped once using a traditional block, which is what I normally do, and you miss a spot, you then have to try and reline it up to get it. A stamp positioner lets you stamp again and again until you get the position or the desired effect. If you've got a little hole in your image, you're able to go back with the positioner because it lines up right away. I have put across the top of mine, I made my own little jig. So it's got an edge here, but it didn't have an edge up top. And I wanted an edge up top, whether it be up top or on the bottom, however you want to do it. Because I want to be able to put that in there and make sure that it doesn't move. And then I've got my magnets. That's going to hold it in place. So without having this extra little jig, and I just took washi tape, about 4 strips of washi tape to build it up high enough so that it will stop my paper from moving. That's going to allow me to line everything up. So let's take, which one do I want to use? He's so happy and so springy. He's so cute. Oh, no, not that one. Let's take the little butterflies. So it's got cute little butterflies going up and down it. And this is a clear stamp. So it's gonna peel off your liner and you're gonna use it again and again and again. And I haven't used the stamp yet, so it's brand new. We'll see what kind of image I get. Normally with a brand new stamp, you're either gonna wanna take a baby wipe and really wipe it down really good. An eraser people will use to erase, because there's a little bit of a residue left from being put on this plastic liner. You can use a light dishwashing detergent. I mean, there's lots of different things. People will rub it on their pants. It's really up to you. But I stamp off sometimes, which means I'll ink it up and I'll stamp again and again and again, and the image will get better and better each time. I'm just gonna shoot from the hip and we're gonna go for it. So do I have my envelope up right? No, see, good thing I looked, right? So I'm just gonna put that down and I'm gonna decide where I want my envelope to, my little envelope stamp to be. And I think right there is good. And then what else from this set do I wanna add? Do I wanna add the little butterflies floating around? Just put them down. And I've got a 2. And I'm going to line everything up the way I want it right there. Yeah, I think I'm good. Then I'm going to take my lid and I'm going to close it. And I'm going to pick up, I'm going to press down, and it's going to pick up all of those images. Still a little sticky. All right, now I ink those up. And I'm going to use a Hero Arts India ink. It's their Black India ink. We sell the Black India ink, and I think we still have the exclusive on the re-inker. This ink doesn't move with water, and it doesn't move with alcohol ink markers. It's a lovely black, and it just works really, really, really well. Memento also will work really, really, really well. So I'm going to ink this up really good because I haven't stamped with it before. And line my envelope up and position it in place and then give a press. We'll see how well I get because I haven't inked this before. Up, I can go back down, go up, go down just to make sure I've gotten every place. And let's see. Oh, well, I'm missing a little ink right there. I can see where I'm missing the ink. I'm just gonna, either I didn't ink it up enough right there, but I'm gonna give a press 1, 2, 3. Yay, and it fixed it. That's the beauty of a stamp positioner. I can do all of that in one pass. Line everything you want up on one pass and stamp it down. So easy to do. And then I can take it all off. And come over, and let's say I want to go ahead and add a place for the stamp. I can put these guys back and back and back and back, and maybe I want a place for my stamp to go. So what do? I bring my envelope right back over. If I had moved my magnets and had them in a better place, I could have done this one at the same time too. I'm going to lay it there because that's where I want. And I can put that maybe there, and see if I like it. It's kind of nice to have something to decorate your envelopes with, because really that's what they see first is the envelope. And you kind of set the tone when your envelope is decorated. And it can be as simple as just the little to and the from. Let's pick this up. Sticky. Let's ink it up. We'll see what I get. Oh, lovely. Look how cute. And then I can turn it over. And let me get rid of that. I over inked. I did what I accuse everybody else of doing. You don't need that much ink on there. Truly, you don't. And yet I did the same thing. Peel those off. And these are going to just cling and peel off and cling and peel off. So if you've never used stamps before, that's how easy they are to use. And if they ever stop clinging, they're just dirty. You just need to wash them. You probably have too much oil from your hands on them, or maybe some embossing powder or glitter that you picked up somewhere. And then how about the You've Got Mail? So now I've turned my stamp over. And I'm going to put the You've Got Mail right there. Come in, pick it up, press down. I will try not to ink it up too much this time. I will try to show some restraint. Is that restrained? Okay. Worst that happens is that I have to re-ink it and do it again. But I can do that as long as I don't move anything. I'm good to go. Okay, so we had the stamp positioner on sale last week, and we don't have very many of them left. I want to say we have less than 10. I'll put them back on sale this week, and the magnets we are almost sold out of as well. But since you may not have seen next week or last week, I'll put it back on sale. We just don't have too many to sell. Look at that. You've got mail. Who wouldn't want to get this in the mail, right? This sets the tone for what's in here. Now, can you mail this? Well, the more dimension you put on it, the less you're likely to mail it. Will it kind of squish down? Yes, it will. You may just want to ask that it be hand canceled as opposed to going through that machine. The machine only lets it, only allows it to be, I think, I think that this might be okay. It's really not, it's not so bad, but you do, and that one, I think did we double this one? I don't remember. So, but look at how beautiful that looks. The whole presentation is just using easy peasy products and taking advantage of the beautifulness that they are. I mean, the manufacturers, I love the Hardy Crafts. I do. We're going to carry them. This won't be the first time. I know that there are designs we can't get again because they kind of like do it and then they move on. But it just sets the tone. They're smiling before they even open it up. But let's go to the next level. So, which stamp set do I want to work with next? I love the little packages. I love them all. I love the little grass here, and the little bunny is so cute. Maybe I do this one next. Let's try this one next and see what I get. And this time, instead of doing it on a colored envelope and just stamping in black, I'm going to do it on a white envelope. And maybe I'll do it on a slimline envelope. So let's open this one up. Again, brand new, never been used. Let's put my envelope down. Nice thing about the slimline is I got plenty of room. I can put this over here. Oh, let's make sure my envelope is facing that way. Again? Okay, so we don't edit here at Scrapbooking Made Simple. What you see is what you get. So I almost stamped again upside down. And let's put that there. And then what else do I want on it? Do my little doggy there. And maybe that's enough. Oh, I think I'm just going to leave it with the little doggy and I'll add the little 2. All right, so I've put everything I want on my envelope there. It's good to go. Let's close her up. Give a good press. Pick everything up. It's going to take my envelope with it because they're new and they're still sticky, but that's okay. I'll just reposition my envelope and let's ink it up. I'm sticking with my Hero Hues India Black ink, India ink in black. I'm going to try not to overdo. And let's see what we get. So I've got my envelope kind of lined up against my jig right there. I've got my stamp all inked, although I just put my finger in it. Line it up. If you've got arthritis in your hands, this is a really nice way to stamp. Because if you do have a hole, you're able, of course my paper's going to pull up with it, but let's see if I can keep it down. If you do have a hole, see I do. I have a hole right here, right there. So I'm going to try and go in and stamp over the top of that. Hopefully I didn't move anything. And press a little harder right there and see if I've got it. I think maybe I need more ink. Maybe I was too light with the ink. So we'll put this one aside. Let's do it again. My magnets. And let's ink it up again. So remember, when you're starting with a new stamp, either stamp off with it or clean it. You'll get a much better image. It kind of is like a nice cast iron skillet. The more you use it, the better it gets. And that's so true for stamps. All right. Let's see what we get. Give a press, make sure, I'm gonna try and make sure I get that space really good. And then my 2, and then my doggy. Let's see if I did any better this time. Oh, yes, but I didn't get the top piece right there. Okay, wahoo kachoo. I am now stamped. So I can put my 2 in their address. I've got my little doggy going on. And I did it upside down. Of course I did. Is third time the charm? Let's do a different side. No, they're positioned for, well, we're going to move the positioning. Oh my gosh, Stacy. Okay. And I was about to do it again. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. No, we're going to go with it. I'll do a different size and a different stamp. We're just going to do it because not everything is perfect every single time. It just is what it is. So now, how am I going to color that? Well, today I am using my my cubes from Hero Arts. I've got my cubes from Hero Arts. Love my cubes. So glad we convinced them, talked them into, cajoled, pleaded, batted my eyes to let us do a cube program to where you can buy open stock cubes in 28 colors. I don't have all the colors here out. I've got some of them. So how am I going to do this? I want to go in here and I want to color this. But I can't go in there and color this with a cube because, well, you saw what happens. I mean, it's meant to stamp something, ink something up with, or use it. I mean, you can't go in there and try and color with it. It's just not possible. So after last week, I gave some thought because I know you all loved the Tombow markers, and well, you know, we're letting Tombow markers go because we really can't compete in the market with them. When you can get them at Walmart and Michael's and Amazon for such a wonderful price, I just can't compete with them. But I do love my cubes, but they don't make the cubes in a marker. They just don't. This is where Aussie Andrew comes in. So we carry Aussie Andrew's alcohol ink markers, and they're $1.99 a marker. And they've got the brush tip and they've got a bullet point so that you can write with them. They're really simply wonderful, and they are alcohol based, which makes them like a Copic, only at a fraction of the price. Claire swears by them. She loves them more than she loves her Copics. And so we carry all 108 colors of his alcohol ink markers for $1.99 each. Are they refillable? No. No, you buy them for $1.99, and when the ink is gone, you toss them away. But for $1.99, that's okay. You're probably spending that much on a Bic or a Sharpie pen, which is, I mean, this pen by itself at Staples is probably a $1.50 all by itself, and it's just a Sharpie. And here you've got both a brush tip and a nib. So I thought, how do I get to use these colors? Because I want everything to match. I want to be able to use what I have. Maybe you have Mementos. Maybe you have a Lawn Fawn. Maybe you have Tim Holtz. Tim Holtz has matching markers. Never mind. Way to go, Tim. But maybe you have an ink company that does not have matching markers. That's where this comes in. Hello. This, gosh, I don't even know if I have one this is an empty alcohol ink marker, or what we use for alcohol ink markers. So when you buy them from us, usually there's a color at the top and a number, and you know what color you're getting. The lid is in a color. In fact, hold on just a second. Be right back. Hold, please. Here's some of my colors. So this housing is exactly like this housing. The only difference is this has this red color in it. Ooh, yummy. Yummy. Totally alcohol based, so you can go in there and get your highlights and your shadows and your blendings with them. Absolutely, just like a Copic. But this has nothing in it. Zero, nada, nothing. I have thoughts on what I can do with this. So I called Ozzy Andrew and I said, can you get me some of your alcohol ink markers with no alcohol in them at all? And he said, well, why would you want to do that? I said, trust me, I have thoughts. I have a lot of plans for this marker, actually. I have a lot of plans for them. And because I want to take it and I want you to have a way to have a marker with every ink that you have where the manufacturer does not make a marker. Memento has markers, re-inkers, dewdrops, and full-size pads. Awesome. Love Memento for that. But Hero Arts doesn't have markers, and Lawn Fawn doesn't have markers. And I mean, there's lots of companies out there that do not make markers to go with their inks, but a marker lets you open up your world. Not only can you stamp with a stamp pad, but now you can take it and you can color in with it too by using an empty one. Now, there's no re-inkers for these. Nope, no re-inkers. And I'll tell you, I need to play with these a bit more before I tell you whether a re-inker is a yay or a nay, because the nibs, the nibs are well, this side comes out, but I need to play with them before I do a whole YouTube using re-inkers with these. But can you imagine if you could use your re-inkers with them? But we'll get there. We're going to take it one step at a time. For ink pads that don't have re-inkers, this is your new best friend. Now I'm going to tell you, it retails for $1.99 when it's filled with alcohol ink. This is going to run $1.50. And you're like, what? It doesn't have anything in it and it's $1.50? Yes it is. It still costs to make the housing, and it still costs to have somebody stick the nibs in both sides. All of that costs money, and it costs money to ship it. Even more so now. So they're $1.50. But what you can do with them is amazing. And it then takes all of your ink pads and gives you even more opportunity. Options is what you have. And like I said, I have got such plan. I mean, I bet half of you are going, oh, I know what she's thinking we can do with these. You're right. If you thought it, so have I. And Ozzy Andrew's like, I don't get it. You do now. Because I don't tell them what I'm going to use it for. I never tell them. I never tell a manufacturer what I want their product for. Never. I'm like, can you get me? And they're like, why would you want that? Oh, just, I do. So let's make this into a marker using the Hero Arts cubes that don't have a re-inker, don't have a marker to them. All right, again, tilt on down. It's so good to see all of you. I feel like we've talked so much today. Okay, zoom on in, tilt on down, zoom on in. So, and in fact, I think I am going to play on just a piece of paper. And maybe that's where I'll start. Maybe I'll hold my envelope and let's grab I'm going to stamp this one a couple times just so we can play. And I'm just going to do it on white paper just so that we can play. And pick it up. and ink it up. And again, I'm just trying to get this down so that I can play with you and show you. I'm not looking for perfection. Although that's pretty good. That works. Let's ink it up. Yeah, and see, the more I do it, the better it gets. And I think I'm going to do this one too, just so we have a couple to play with. This is the one with the cat. And I'll put this one right there. Pick it up. Ink it. It's not coming off yet. All right. Good enough. Right, right. Like I said, we're not looking for perfection. We're looking to play. Okay, so I have got 3 images to play with. And I'm going to take my green. And I'm going to take my green. Dab, 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 dab. And there's no ink in this marker. There's no ink at all in this marker. I just got the nib. I'm just dab, dab, dab. Dab, dab, dab. There is 0 ink in this marker. Nothing. But look at how far I can take this color just by going in and dabbing. Amazing, right? So I can come in and dab, dab, dab. And color all my grass. I've now got a marker out of my Hero Arts cubes where no marker exists. And I'm just coloring it all in. Now I've got enough ink in there that I haven't gone back to dab in a little while. You want to make our flowers pink? And you can see that there's no ink in there because the top, do I have something to put this against? The top of the marker where the nib is doesn't have any ink in there. It's because I haven't dabbed that far in where the ink has gone all the way up. You can see that the marker is empty. And I can take and just color. And as the color fades out, that's what gives me different colored flowers. Some are more intense, some are lighter. As the color fades out, as I need to add more, I still go with it because now I've got light pink flowers and dark pink flowers. I took something that had a missing component to it and found something else that's going to work with it to make it more accessible, more user-friendly, more value for your money. No matter whose inks you've purchased, if they don't have a marker to go with it, well, you're kind of stuck. You can ink with it, sure, you can stamp with it, absolutely, but can you actually color with it? I don't know. So even if you have every Tombow marker, well, and I feel bad for those of you who didn't get what you wanted because we sold out so fast. But here's an opportunity to take those inks that you love, love, love and make them a marker. Now, is it an alcohol ink? No, it's not an alcohol ink. Is it really a blendable ink? Not so much. I mean, you can do tone on tone, which means I could go back and make some areas darker and shade it in, so some areas are lighter in the same tone. But really, this is just awesome for easy coloring. Easy coloring. And I can just keep going back and layering on that color so that it's a little darker. So I have a kind of a shadow and a shade and a highlight. How easy is this? And look at how cute are these stamps. I know. I love them. What if we go in and let's play with some orange? Orange? Okay, why not? And I'm just putting some ink on this marker. And again, you can see that the nib is white at the top because there's no ink in the marker. And you've got this beautiful brush tip. Beautiful brush tip. And again, how long will the color run? Depends upon how much I put in the nib. Zoop. And should we make some of the packages orange? How about we do down here? And if I need to, because it's so detailed down there on the packages, I can turn my pen around and bam, I've got that bullet point that I can then ink up and get in those super fine little areas. Super fine little areas. So I can use my brush nib where I've got a bigger area and just color it in. And my brush nib where I've got a bigger area and just color it in. And then, I want to make sure that I've got this. And then where I've got a bigger area right here. So I'm just going to color it in. And then where I've got a little bit of a tight neighborhood right up here, we're a little close together up here, I just take the bullet point, put a little ink on there, and come over and use it like a marker. Fill it in. Okay, so let's do another color. Let's do a blue. So you can see there's no color on my marker right now. It says blue, but all the color has run out. So let's grab a color. I think I'm going to use this blue. Add some color in, so I'm adding my color right here. And then I can come into my balloon. And color it in. Anywhere I want it a little darker, I just dab it in and go back in and get it a little darker. And I've colored my balloon. How about we do pink? So I've got my marker being dabbed in, and I'm not dabbing like this. I'm dabbing on the side because I'd like to keep that nice tip. You've got this beautiful brush tip at the end and you want to keep it that way. So I'm taking a little color off, just a little bit. Take a little more color off. And now I've got my 3 balloons. And I can go in. And on this time, I think I might use my little bullet tip, which hasn't had any ink on it yet. This is the first time it's having pink ink. And I'm going to go in and do my little bows. Because the real estate up here is pretty tight. And having a dual brush tip or a dual tip is pretty nice. Let me back up a little bit more. having a dual tip is pretty nice because you can get into that really tight real estate on these stamps, where maybe using a regular brush tip is just going to be too big. And then the nib is ready for you the next time you're ready to go. This is Forever My Pink. Do I need to have one for every color? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. That's up to you. I'm the type of girl, but I'm just going to blend all my pinks together and all my blues together. But, then you've got teal and blue and turquoise. And, well, does the turquoise fall in the teal family? So I don't know how many you need to have. You're going to have to make that determination. What I can tell you is that we are the only ones where you're going to find them. I don't know of a lot of empty pins where you can just buy the empty pin. Usually it's sold with a blender inside of it, and we don't need a blender. We're perfectly happy without a blender. Very happy without a blender. Let's go in and let's find my brown. And get my nib wet. Again, not like this. And I don't color this way either. I color to the side. And easy peasy. If I want to make it a little darker so it has a little bit of a shadow to it, I just do. I just add a little bit of, just add more. This is meant to be easy coloring that is accessible by everybody. And for those of you who are expert colorers, well, this gives you the opportunity to take some of those inks you've always wanted to add the color to because the color is so phenomenal. It's so fabulous, but you've never been able to color with it. Well, this gives you that opportunity. Oh, so cute. What color do we want to make the mailbox? Oh, should we make the mailbox? I don't know. You think yellow's gonna be, you think I'm going too crazy, too many colors? Is there such a thing? So very little yellow on there. I'm gonna add some yellow. And go in. And color my mailbox. And I've decided that my mailbox, since it's got stripes, I'm going to give it stripes. So let's do a blue and an orange stripe. Orange. Blue. You can do this, no matter what level crafter you are. These give you the opportunity to play, to expand, to double your ink. Because now not only can you stamp with it, but you can color with it too. What color do we want to make those? Oh, I didn't get a black one. Do I have a black? Well, I'll use my India ink. No. Yeah, there we go. I'll use my India ink. I should have brought over a shade of, I just can't believe I didn't bring over a shade of gray. Well, let's try and make a shade of gray, shall we? Too dark, not quite a shade of gray. I was trying to add some color to my envelopes, but I did too much. I needed it to wear out just a little bit more until I had a shade of gray. But okay, it's handmade and it's perfect. That ink goes a long way. Well, now we've got an envelope that's in black. It's for Halloween. Shh. I wonder if we can get a shade of gray. Just kind of here. Look at there. Well, that certainly worked. Got my shade of gray right there. Ta-da! But if you don't want to do the shadings and the shadows, not a problem. I did that all with just a blank marker. How about we take and let's use the Tide Pool. I just want a pretty mailbox. And I'm just going to color the whole thing in. You've got this. Easy peasy. So then I bring back my envelope. And because you're using such little ink, it doesn't go through. I mean, you're using such little ink that it just doesn't go through. So I could come in and I could do my little wipe off. I don't know, is that water or is that cement? Or is that grass? Well, my barrel's going to be teal. Now I'm just going to do my whole barrel. And then where those bands are, maybe I come in and do a little bit darker. Yeah, my whole barrel. And I can do my little flowers all in yellow. You get the idea of how easy this can be. And I probably even have enough green still in my marker to do a little green on these. And you just start. So when we take it and we finish, I mean, you can do something just as simple as coloring an envelope. Just stamping and using the same kind of color to fill it in. Or you can take it and do something. This isn't even an envelope. Here's your card. Done easily with inks. Not a lot of fuss, not a lot of muss. And I guess the most important part is it takes something you already own. And it doesn't matter whose inks you use, what makes your heart happy. You don't have to buy the Hero Hues cubes to do this. No, you just need to have inks that do not have a marker. And now they do. I will work with these to see how they react when I fill them with a re-inker and see how far I can go before it just pours out. So let me do that before you do that, because it can become a big old mess. And it's a little difficult. This side comes out easy. This side is difficult to get out. It's really, really in there. So I'm talking to Ozzy Andrew about a pair of tweezers that would be able to grab that and pull that out. So if we do use a re-inker with it, if there is a way to fill it up without any problem, you're not, I mean, I've had to like put these between my teeth to pull it out. No, there was nothing on it at the time I did, but but look at what we can do. Look at the options that you have when you take your ink and make it into a marker. And remember where we started. We started way, way, way back here. Now, what did these have to do with those? I needed cards to put on. I needed I wanted something to do so that anybody can start. I needed something that anybody can start with. And where you take it from there is entirely up to you. So whether you love the decoupage or your mind was just over the fact that we can take an ink and an empty brush tip. I don't think I'd be as happy if they were both bullet tip or a bullet tip and a chisel, because this is the tip that allows you to go in there and color. And it allows you to go in and color. And it just fades out to nothing. Which is why I'm not sure that I would need to have, I don't know, a brown, a black, a blue, maybe two blues for a light blue and a dark blue, maybe a teal, maybe two greens for like a leaf green versus a forest green. See, I think I'd be okay using this marker for this green. And I'd probably be okay with it. Let's see. Okay, now let's go back. So you blend your color that way. And then I'm back to the original color. It's very cool. For $1.50, it takes you to a whole nother place in your creativity. It really does. So, gosh, I've made a mess. Okay, so I showed you where we started from, and I have got so many samples. The girls went absolutely crazy in the sample making department. That's gonna take some time. So let me show you what's on sale. You're like, wait a minute, it's only 2 hours. Wait a minute. I know, right? That's okay. Let me show you what's on sale. So let's start with the Sizzix cards. Again, these are brand new colors. We've never had these colors before. And as of right now, neither does anybody else. Ours are here in stock, ready to go. So we'll have an I Want It All on the muted Sizzix cardstock. And yes, there is an opulent pack coming. Wait till next week. There's an opulent pack that goes, well, we'll talk about that next week. An opulent pack and a cardstock pack. But we'll do that next week. That's another YouTube. But the colors they're lovely. They really are. And they kind of round out. So this is a deep, deep, deep blue. They kind of round out where they were missing before. So they're $4.99 on sale for 20% off. So that makes them $3.99 each, 10 cards, 10 envelopes. You're gonna love them. On sale, and there's an I Want It All. Then I have so many different Hardy Crafts. I mean, we couldn't even bring them all up. I have so many. From the butterflies. And remember the size that they are. To the gnomes. So here's the gnomes. But here's the size. 10 individually packed, pre-die cut out. Some of them are glittered, some of them are foiled. This one's got a little glimmer shimmer to it. 10 of them. And for every pack of the Hardy that you buy, we are going to add in a free Sizzix foam, roll of foam, so that the minute you get these from us, the minute they land in your mailbox, you're going to be able to start creating and crafting, because you want that dimension. That's what you're looking for. That's what you're going for. So I've got the gnomes, and I've got the butterflies, and I've got florals, and it's gonna come with a foam, and I've got fairies, and it's gonna come with the foam, and I've got vintage telephones and vintage perfume bottles, and I mean and it's gonna come with the foam tape. I've got the floral hot air balloons, and it's gonna come with the foam tape. The crosses, the teacups, birdies, and probably 15 more downstairs that we can't even show you. For every one you get, a pack of foam comes with it. And then we'll sell the foam open stock. Maybe you just want the foam, and that'll be on sale too, open stock. Then I have the exclusive, amazing Designed for Us stamps from Stampendous. And again, there's 5 of them. There'll be an I Want It All on this. You've got the more feminine, girly one. You've got the guy one that's got the gears and the nuts and the bolts and the You Had Mail with the little doggy. You've got the kitty cat one with Cat Got Your Mail and just the simple mailboxes on top. You've got the spring, which wait till you see some of the cards that were made with this, and it had nothing to do with mailboxes at all. But I love the deliver to better, to sooner to better, or deliver to letter, to sooner to better. I think that's so cute. And you've got the celebration. So all 5 in an I Want It All, or if you just love one, they'll be on sale for you too, but these are exclusive to us. I've got the markers. So these markers are on their way into us. They will be to us by the time we start shipping your orders. And I've bundled them in packs of a pack of 20, a pack of 10, a pack of 5, or just one. Really up to you. I cannot do any better than $1.50 a marker. It is what it is, and I love them. And we're going to do more with these because the options really are limitless. All of a sudden, your mind starts to wander. And I didn't know that Ozzy Andrew Couture Creations could get these for us, and he didn't understand why I wanted them. But when he came back and said, yeah, we can do that, I'm like, okay, sign me up. All right, so exclusively here at Scrapbooking, Made Simple. And then I've got the brushes that'll be on sale, and we'll do the inks open stock on sale. So that's all the goodness that's on sale, but let's show samples. I already showed you this one in the beginning. And I've got all my samples that you've seen. I have got a huge amount of samples over here. All right, so a little tag done with the to and from one of the sets. Cute little tag done with the to and the from one of the sets. A little card done with the little spring set that all came out of the spring set. Let's see. There's the little bunny. There's the little bunny. Here, you got it from, she got it from going here. So she stamped that corner 4 times. The to and the from, I told you it's not just about the mailboxes. Look at how happy is that. This is stamping right onto a white envelope and then just taking ink and going swoosh, 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 swoosh. Yes, sound effects required. Everybody all together. Swoosh, swoosh, swoosh. Right? The yay, the hooray, that's all part of the set. Cute envelope. Here we have on a colored envelope. Sizzix says this is more bright. Oh, but look at how beautiful that goes together. And here again, another card. Not on an envelope. There's the mailbox, but not on an envelope. And here we have an envelope with that spring set. Cute, right? Here the bunny's hopping across the front of the envelope, and the mailbox is on the back. So well done. So well done. So some of these were done by Fran. Some of them were done by, gosh, I don't know who Fran was working with, Terry, or some of these Stampendous did for us. Oh, see, he's torn up the mail. You had mail. And again, it sets the tone. You know, it's like when you go to a nice dinner and the table is set so beautifully and it has just a lovely little table arrangement of flowers on it, something simple but elegant. It just sets the tone. And look at here, using the corners and the one little detail to create a box to put your to and from. How clever is this? All in that stamp set. Really darling. I love this one. Delivered the letter, the sooner the better. And again, using that to make up an entire box so you can write your tos. You've got your from up here. Put your stamp over there. And then Bunny is bouncing across the back and with little flowers, not little Easter eggs because it's not Easter. It can be Easter, but it's meant for spring. And then we've got one of the cards with the decoupage on it. And this is the hot air balloon, the floral hot air balloon. And here we've got a card with the mailboxes and the sleeping kitty, and it's just a card. Again, a darling card using elements from the different set. Well, this is from the same set, they all came out of one set, but using elements that doesn't have anything to do with the mailbox at all. Another envelope. Right? You can do this. This is just smooshing. Everybody can smoosh. This is just smooshing. Literally, take your little finger dauber and smoosh. I loved everything. Look at the birdie. That is a decoupage. It's beautiful, right? So you start with the card and you finish it with the envelope. Look at how cute. It's a card, not an envelope. Six by 6. And they did it upside down too. Wahahaha! Whoever did this one, I'm not the only one. That just made me feel a little bit better. And then I know you're like, more? I know, I'm telling you. Everybody loved everything about this YouTube. They loved every product there was. All dimensioned out. Pink on pink. And then to get those little dots, take your finger dauber, 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 dauber. So we're just done with a finger dauber. Here we've got a little more masculine. And you're from back here. And a to and from can go on a package, can go on a gift bag. Put a gift card on the back side. Cute, right? Oh. And then we've got deliver, the letter, the sooner, the better. And here we've got a card done with the bunny. You've got mail. And our sleeping cat. And our butterfly decoupage. And our hand-colored You've Got Mail. You've Got Birthday Mail. What a cute card. And a With Sympathy using the decoupage. And this is in the Sizzix Orange. A lot of these were done on the Sizzix card bases. With Sympathy. Our bunny is back. Our doggy, look, and these have got real brads in them that look like little screws. And here are the, you can stamp those. They come with it. And here you've got, look at how cute is he. And here we've got a doggy as the card with the mail coming out of the mailbox. Slimline, hooray. And again, all these little dots were made with a finger dauber. Just take your finger dauber and just make some dots. It just makes a white card pop. A white envelope pop. And here's another With Sympathy. And a Happy Birthday. All done on the Sizzix card bases. Just a simple envelope with some smudging. A cute little bunny card. James did one of these envelopes. I don't know which one he did. I don't know whose is whose anymore. Look at this birdie, and look at how simple is this. That's with the decoupage. I'm thinking James was out sick. Oh yeah, this would be James's. James was out sick this week, so he said, okay, are you ready for this? Okay. Are you ready for this? Wait a minute. I said, so he came in, he worked today, and he wanted to do something, so he did this one super quick, and he said, well, this is for all the ladies who don't want to color. This is for the ladies who don't color. I said, okay, James, this is for the ladies who don't color. It just rolled. Well, this is for the ladies who don't like to color. God bless his pea-picking heart. Really? Okay. I think we're about done. How cute is that? I said, James, you're going to learn to color. You do a great job coloring. He goes, yes, but this is for the ladies who don't want to color. Okay, we got you. We feel you. I've got one more, and then I've got a layout. And I better show Claire's layout because I forgot to do it last week. And she's like, okay. See, it turned out to be 2.5 hours anyway. Who knew it was going to be 30 minutes of samples? Hold on, down I go. Love my new mount because I can go up and down super easy. All right, here's Claire's. And she did the decoupage bird up here. So pretty, right? I mean, her layout's beautiful. And I love the decoupage bird. All right, you guys, the decoupage is limited. I bought it sight unseen. I didn't know what I was gonna get until I got it. I was so excited when I did, because remember, they're individually packed, pre-die cut. All you have to do is make them. That's my kind of crafting. I love that idea. So the decoupage is limited. The stamps are exclusive to Scrapbooking Made Simple. The Stampendous stamps are exclusive to Scrapbooking Made Simple. The, let's see, the inks are kind of exclusive to us. The cards right now are kind of exclusive to us. Well, I'd tell you to go shop local, but it's going to be hard for me because there's not so much ready available locally. But it will be. So if you want to hang tight and wait and see if your local retailer gets it, I don't know if they'll ever carry the Decoupage, but definitely the stamps will become available at your local independent retailer. And definitely the Sizzix envelopes and card bases will become available at your local independent retailer. If that's the products that they carry, then by all means, if you want to wait for them, wait for them. Otherwise, it's here at Scrapbooking Made Simple, scrapbookingmadesimple.com. All right, you guys, it's me, Stacy. I will see you all next week. Thanks for hanging with me. I hope, even though this was easy peasy, I hope that something here sparked you and made you go, oh, or I can do that. I can do that, or I can afford that, or wow, I can really expand my ink collection by that. So I'm hoping that you found something in here that was useful for you. I had a blast. So I will see you next week. Scrapbooking Made Simple, scrapbookingmadesimple.com. Bye, everybody.